What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Knife Life EDC. And any newcomers to the channel, obviously welcome to the channel. Love to have you. If you like the video, obviously just helps out to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you could, please. If not, do your thing. I hope you enjoy the video. This is going to be a budget blade video under $50. It's going to be like my top 5 that I like to carry, and I've kind of seen the most pocket time for me. We're going to start out with this little guy right here. I guess it's not so little, but this is the Petrified Fish 818 in the D2 steel. I think you'll see that there's a few D2 ones, D2 blades that I'm getting ready to show you. This being the first. I really got this probably a couple months ago, and what kind of drew me to it was the scales, the carbon fiber. I just like the way they looked. It looks pretty sharp, I think. It looks pretty snazzy, if you know what I mean. But oh yeah, I like the blade too, the way it looked, like the stone washed. And there was a couple things I didn't care for this. The pocket clip, I wish it was a little bit deeper. And also it's not reversible, which I guess it might take away from the look on, I don't know, the look on this side, because obviously you have that right there, and obviously it's probably just a certain way they want it to look. So they put it on this side. But the pocket clip was a little screwy. I wish it was a little bit deeper, and the screws, you obviously can see the screws, or they're sticking up above. And the lanyard hole, I thought that was a little odd. It's only on one side, and I'm not big on the lanyards. For one, I have been thinking about trying one out on my nicer knives. I've got a couple lanyards that I've been given, and I just haven't put them on anything. But I thought about trying them out, but I just thought that was weird. I didn't really care for that. But other than that, though, great knife. I really like the way it feels in my hand. I like the way it looks. Got that D2 steel. Love the liner lock. And this is a $39 knife. And for $39, I feel like this, to me, I really like this liner lock, and it's honestly probably one of my favorite liner locks right now. I don't know why. I like the way it looks, how it sits in there. And it's smooth, and it just works really well. I don't know. I just like the way, just like the way it looks. I don't know, nothing special. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I just like what I like, Everybody does, right? But I think that's about it. I don't know. I didn't like this thing either. It's kind of odd, a little oddball, but great blade for 39 bucks though. I got it from Blue Creek Knives. Go check them out. I try to check out Blue Creek Knives as much as I can when I can, because I really like the business, the company, and I don't know, they have pretty good prices. This right here is obviously going to be no surprise why it's on the list. It's the civivi Praxis. It's what was it, like 47 bucks, or I think it's 43 actually. But great budget blade. Definitely a little bigger. It is the biggest knife on here. There you go. See, it's still quite a bit longer than that. Probably like maybe a half inch, maybe. My thing's so great these days, but it looked like it. But if I want to carry a bigger blade, this is obviously it right here. It's a good size. It's I love the choil on it too. Like, you can really choke up if you need to. Love the ergos on it. I actually did talk to a guy like a couple days ago. He actually preferred another CVV knife, like the Backlash. I never know how to pronounce it, but it actually was there. I felt like they were all a lot alike, but it just didn't have the notched out part of it, like right here for your fingers. He said he actually preferred it without these right here, because he felt like he liked the neutral handle. He felt like it worked better for his hands, which I totally understand. Like, we all have different hands, and we're all going to like different things. But for me, I really like the way this notched out just for my fingers. Like, they just fit really well, and I can even notch up, and they still, like, it just feels good. Jipping wasn't too bad, not a whole lot right there, but for a bigger blade, like, you don't really need to choke up too awful much. Did like the backspacer. I like the OD green and the black. It all kind of goes, and I like the backspacer right there. I thought it was kind of a good little touch. Did like the lanyard hole. It looked better than most knives, I feel like. Kind of simple, but it works. It is, I don't know if I told you, it is 9CR 18 MOV, getting the light. There you go. Can't know if you can see it really. But yeah, okay, I told you what it was. I don't know if you can see it, but I love the action on it really well. It opens smooth. Jimping on the little flipper tab ain't bad. Flipping, it's not smooth or anything. I don't slip. The liner lock's not too shabby. It does have a little bit of texture right there, so you can get your thumb on it and get it moved over. And I will say that a smooth Band-Aid, kind of sucks when you have to do that with a liner lock. I am finding out because I think every one of these knives I have is actually a liner lock except for the number 1. So that's kind of funny. I did not know that. Great day to cut my thumb, right? Yeah, so this is number 4. Great knife. I think everybody should check it out, especially for the price. I do like the pocket clip on this one too. And I don't always feel like I always want to carry this, but I don't always want to carry a big knife. So those type of days, I have a backup, and you might not be surprised by what it is. It is its little brother, the Mini Praxis. It is D2 steel, so it's obviously a different steel. Still like it though. Great steel for it. Exact same thing, except for the pocket clip's not reversible. No big deal, and it doesn't have like the back brace. The back spacer, back brace, dummy. Yeah, it doesn't have that spacer right there, but it's got like the little things right there. I think this little guy right here, you could put like a lanyard wrapped around it or something like that. I think that's what that's for. That's what I'm going to assume it is. But great little knife though. Like I love this little thing. Like I've carried this, I've almost carried it like this. If I had a number 6 on the list, it would probably be this little guy. Like I said, it's just pretty much the exact same. And I actually use this a lot also in my EDC pouches. I need to get a couple more and just throw them in all my pouches. But again, a great little budget one right there. Number 3 on the list is probably going to surprise you. I feel like it does not get a lot of, maybe not a lot, or what I'm trying to say is not enough talk time. It is the Best Techman Dundee. I really like it. I think it looks sleek. And I don't know what the qualifications are for a gentleman's knife, but I feel like this would be it, I think. Great action on it. Flips open smooth. I like the sound to it too. Texture on the jimping on the flipper. It's a little aggressive, but I don't think it's too aggressive. I think it's honestly just about perfect. Again, liner lock, so stupid Band-Aid. Kryptonite, right? I like the liner lock on this too, but still I like the petrified fish liner lock. Like I said, like it's just, I don't know what it is about that. It just goes, it just works. But I like the liner lock on this. It's pretty smooth. You obviously don't see it a whole lot when you turn it to the side. Great little blade. I love the blade too. It is a little bit longer as well. It may be the same length as this right here, just about. Yeah, like that's almost like neck and neck. Those two are about the same. What I really like about it is it's the designer for this is Ostep Hell. I don't know if I pronounced that right, so excuse me. I have a few of his knives, and I love his designs. I love his knives for some reason. I bought actually 3 of his knives without even knowing he designed them necessarily. But the other one's right here is this little guy right here. I love to carry this little thing around. This little civivi minimus. Great little knife too. A little expensive for like this category, I guess, for the under 50 bucks. Great little fixed blade though. But like I just like this. This jimping is also really great too though on this. Like it works really well. I don't know if I told you, it is D2 steel as well. Right there, if you can see it. Yep. And D2. And the only thing I didn't like, I don't know if you can see it, does the white G10 does get dirty a lot, or not a lot, but pretty easy. Like it's a little dingy. I need to take it off and clean it up. But I do like how you can't see the screws and the pocket clip is down in the scales and everything like that. So I always thought that was pretty nice. That's a nice touch right there. I don't think it really has a spot for a lanyard hole, obviously, as you can see. But I like this. This is a great little blade. I originally bought this, I think, for 54 bucks. So it actually, when I bought this one, it just got off the list. But actually, I looked up the price a couple days ago, and it is actually for $44. And they have a few more designs or color-wise and everything. I kind of want to get another one that's with the red G10 and the black blade. I think it looks pretty snazzy myself. So let's go on to the next one. Now this is, if I had to tell you what blade or what knife I owned several of, it would be this right here. Like I own 4 different type of penguins. I own 3 of these just regular penguins, and then I own the Penguin Plus, or I think it's Penguin. I think it's called the Plus, XL or Plus. I can't remember what they call it. So I own 3 different types of these. I have not got a mini yet, but I want to get a mini, but I will get that one day. They're a little bit more expensive than these right here, but so I own 4 different Penguins, but so it's obviously my favorite blade, and I couldn't put this number 1 because number 1 was obviously, you'll know why, like as soon as I get to it. But this one by far on the list is the best looking. I think I love the way it looks. I love that carbon fiber and that little shimmer, I guess, look, and the blue's my favorite color. And then the Wharncliffe. I love Wharncliffe blades. So pretty much there's nothing on this knife that I can complain about because it's just great overall. It's a great D2 blade. Very sharp, and this is the knife I cut myself on. So that was real smart, right? So let you know it's still sharp. Got a good little point right there. Obviously it's liner lock. I love the thumb studs. They work perfect. I've never had a problem deploying this. Yeah, I just can't get over it. I love the way this thing looks, especially like in a certain light and everything like that. It just shines, and it's just a thing of beauty. I didn't like this right here, I guess. It's kind of a weird place. I'd rather have the lanyard holes they're kind of a pain in the butt to me in ways, because I almost like them in the back, but then I like the pocket clip and the going all the way up too. So it's just kind of a fight for me. Honestly, I would rather have the pocket clip up than I would the lanyard hole right there. But, you know, give or take, right? I do like that the pocket clip is actually in the scales. You can see, like, there's the hole for this side. And you have the screws right there. So that's kind of a cool little design. I do like the pocket clip, excuse me. It does go up so you don't snag on your pockets as you're going in. I just can't say enough about this blade. I love this blade. This is my favorite one. I have obviously like a Plus, Penguin Plus, and I have another expensive one of these. But this is probably my favorite one just because of the color. I love the color. I love the blue. It's just snazzy. I'm saying that a lot, obviously, because everything's snazzy. I think this one was 34 bucks. Nope, 39 bucks. 39 bucks. So I think this one was 39. I think this one's 39. So I think these two are the cheapest. That one was like 43, and that one's like 44. So yeah, not bad, not bad. And there you go. I think we all knew this was going to be number 1. Like, this is obviously all the talk as of right now, but it's not this one. The reason this was put on here because as number 1 is because I'm getting ready to buy a new one, and it is going to be the Wharncliffe blade, and which is obviously why it's going to be number 1, because it's got my favorite blade on there, and it's button lock, and if you just listen to it, just that sound right there alone, it just sounds, I love the sound. It's almost, to me, sounds solid. Like it's got a nice little thump to it, and it just makes me sound like it's like a good solid blade. Like there's no movement in anything. Like it's just nothing back and forth, up and down. Great sharp blade. This is the 3rd type that I have on the list. It's the RPM9. That's like their proprietary blade steel. It just opens well. I love button locks and bar locks, or able locks, or clutch locks, whatever they're all called. Each company has their own name for them. But the crossbar lock or bar lock, that's probably, the bar lock is probably my first favorite locking mechanism, and the button lock is probably my second. On this one, it's perfect. Like this thing is buttery smooth. Like I don't think anybody could argue with me right now as why this was number 1, especially for the price. I think it's 47 or 49. Maybe it's $49. I think it was 49 something. But especially for the new one coming out with the Wharncliffe. So I am going to be getting that shortly. I did want to get another one of these like this, except with the scales, or the frame was a blue. They're not coming back in stock for a while, but when they do, I'm going to get one. Obviously a little more expensive. They're 74 bucks. But this one right here, I think everybody should pick one up because it's how nice they are. Nice and sturdy, and like pocket clip's not too bad. Obviously, I like that right there. I'm not a big of the fan of like where civivi has the, yeah, right there. You can see like the little duck bill. I like how that just kind of flips up. Another thing I really liked about it was I guess the silver button lock right there and the back spacers and everything. That little bit of silver just kind of gives it that little bit of off coloring that makes it look, almost makes it pop in my opinion. But yeah, like this should be no reason why this is not just about everyone's number one. I know obviously it probably isn't everybody's number one, but I think it might be a majority of them if you handle it and you know how to use it. Just I think you'll fall in love with it as soon as you get one. But seriously, if you guys have a different like top 5, put it in the comment section. Or if you have another one that I should check out, something like that, like you think's like an under $50, that's probably just as good as these. I'm more than willing to check them out. I love checking out budget blades, and it's just what I like the budget blade version. Like I like my expensive knives and everything like that, but I love my budget blades. I like to compare them. I just like to use them, and I beat the budget blades up a little more than my expensive ones because I don't want to spend big bucks on something and then just beat the tar out of it. Like I don't mind carrying them around and using them for like stuff, but not to beat the tar out of. And this one right here, again, the pyrite. I feel like you can just beat the crap out of this thing and it just bounce right back. Not a big deal. But again, let me know what you guys' top 5s are. If you guys have a difference or you think mine's garbage, obviously just let me know. I would love to check out some more. So let me know in the comment section, and the rest of you guys have a good day.